my lovely readers. My name is Nikki Plevan, and I'm one of the newer-ish Wattpad authors. And currently I'm working on a Slavic mythology book called Jarovit, which I thought would be amazing because I was born in Slovakia, which is one of the Slavic countries. Therefore, I'm fascinated by this mythology and recently noticed that there is not many books based on this mythology. I don't know, maybe the authors which want to write about it know that there is not much information available on this mythology. So I thought, I'll do research. It doesn't have to be exactly like the mythology. It is not going to be. It is a love story with a lot of actions going on, as well as a war, just to grab conflict by conflict and throw it at the characters as I go. I am a pantser, I must admit. But anyways, I just thought I can make myself an introduction, something that I've noticed a lot of the Wattpad authors don't do. Yeah, they put random words of appreciation, etc., on a piece of paper, or at the end of the chapter, whatever you want to call it. But I just thought a video is more personal. If you can know what I look like, what I sound like. Am I crazy? Am I not crazy? But I thought, yeah, let's make a personal introduction in this way. It will also help me because I'm very shy and hate talking in public. I hate it, in front of a crowd. And I just thought talking to myself on a camera would be the beginning. But anyways, so me as an author, I mean, everyone has different ways of writing a book, writing a short story, and etc. But I like using songs as ideas, especially ideas for how different characters are going to feel at different aspects of, I don't know, conflicts or whatever happens to them. And for this story, I have chosen, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Damien. He is absolutely exceptional singer and lyrics writer because he puts everything into it, all the emotions. And if you never heard of him, go on YouTube right now and listen to him. He is amazing, amazeballs. But I thought I chose one of his songs. It's called "It Takes a Lot to Know a Man," and this song talks about a relationship. And if you don't follow these steps and if you don't realize that every person is complex, it's going to fall apart. So I thought, why don't I read you the lyrics a little bit and maybe explain why I think it's important for the book and what I think Damien was trying to say by making these lyrics. Sorry if I make any mistake. I love reading, but sometimes the word jump. Anyway, let me start. It takes a lot to know a man. It takes a lot to understand the warrior, the sage, the little boy enraged. It takes a lot to know a woman, a lot to understand what's humming, the honeybee, the sting, the little girl with wings. So this first part is talking about everyone has a story. A little boy, a little girl, they are in you and they're not going to run away. Everyone has a childhood. Everyone went through something in their childhood which made them who they are now. And it's important to, get that information across to a relationship somehow. This is, for example, some sort of childhood trauma or whatever is going to shape you into a person that you are now. And I think, in a way, not about everything, but it's important to tell your other half if something's bothering you from your past. Because it might shape you differently if you tell someone who can talk you through it, show understanding, and etc. It might move the relationship forward. Carrying on, it takes a lot to give, to ask for help, to be yourself, to know and love what you live with. It takes a lot to breathe, to touch, to feel, the slow reveal of what another body needs. So I think this paragraph talks about the sexual aspect of a relationship, and it also says it gives a lot, to give and to ask for help. It's not just in a sexual relationship, but in everything. If your needs are not met, for example, I don't know, because you're not telling your person what you actually need, they're not gonna know. And it's the same the other way around. And if, for example, they're not asking for help, you're not asking for help, you're just going around in circles, and that is going to make the relationship poisonous. To be yourself, to know and love what you live with, it's your body as well as your personality. You can't play, I don't know, you can't act like another person. You need to be yourself. That is a very important aspect. You need to be yourself, and you need to love yourself, your true self, before any relationship can work. That is important. Otherwise, you're just going to go around in circles again until someone falls out of that circle. It takes a lot to breathe, to touch, to feel, the slow reveal of what another body needs. You need to learn of your partner's needs, sexual needs. Otherwise, as silly and as stupid and unfair as that sounds, it's gonna get boring for both of you. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So carrying on. It takes a lot to know a man, a lot to comprehend what's coming. The mother and the child, the muse and the beguiled. It takes a lot to give, to ask for help. And it's just, the lyrics are repeating, but it's the same thing. People are complex. You need to if you taking something seriously, you need to take the time to learn their complexity, to learn the puzzle of that person before anything can work. You need to take the time. It's a lot of time to give, unfortunately. Like, it's a lot to give. It takes a lot to give. That means your time to build that relationship. And in return, you need to ask for help when it's needed. So yeah, it's both ways. Everyone needs to be like that two people, they need to be on the same page. Otherwise, once again, they're going around in circles until one of them falls out of that circle and finds another circle. That's basically what that's my metaphor. Sounds like, It takes a lot to live, to ask for help, to be yourself, to know and love what you live with. It takes a lot to breathe, to touch, to feel the slow reveal of what another body needs. It's once again talks about all aspects of relationships, sexual and otherwise. Because most people, they're not truly living, they're existing. And that's poison for a relationship as well, I feel, because you're not providing everything if you're only existing. But to truly live, it's not all about just happiness. No one is always happy. But some people create an illusion of living, and that illusion is a lie. And once again, you're going around in circles. You know what I said before. And the last part, what are you so afraid to lose? What is it you're thinking that will happen if you do? What are you so afraid to lose? You wrote me to tell me you're nervous and you're sorry. What is it you're thinking that will happen if you do? Crying like a baby, saying, this thing is killing me. So I find this last paragraph is the end of a relationship, meaning the other person's needs were not met because they weren't giving everything away. They weren't showing their vulnerability because they were afraid of something. And by being afraid, they weren't showing everything. And that circle eventually broke. Then they were trying to make excuses. Oh, I'm sorry, this relationship is killing me. They're nervous. What are they nervous of? Possibly losing something that they were used to. That's it. The complexity of two people that might have been compatible in other life weren't, because one or both of them weren't showing everything that they had. So that the relationship was based on lies. But yeah, I want to show in my book that this doesn't have to happen. But it's a very complex thing to show, I think. So I created a challenge for myself, and hopefully you're gonna like it as well. I've already written 5 chapters. At the moment, I'm trying to go through them and edit them and prepare them for publishing on 1st of May. But you will soon realize, God, the characters, Jared and Rosalia, they're so complex. Are they going to be compatible? because they're so similar but at the same time so different. But I think you find love in strange places if you're willing to work and don't build the relationship on lies. But anyway, that's it for this video. It was very lovely to meet you, and in the next video, I don't know when it's gonna be, hopefully in a week, I wanna show you. I'm a pantser, but I realized that it's possible for a pantser to outline a novel. So I found this book by K.M. Wieland, called Outlining Your Novel Workbook. I bought it about 6 months ago, thinking, oh, I want to buy it, but I don't think I'm going to ever have a time to outline my novel. But 2 weeks, I realised, 2 weeks ago, that it's possible, and it's very easy. And the ideas just jump into your head like this, as if I'm clicking my fingers. So easy. And I want to show you how. Of course, only simply, not using all the aspects of this book, but I think it's very important to plan your characters. Even if your plot is half good, your characters are important. It is the characters that the readers love. And if you're an author, I want you to have a listen and we will learn together. But that's you know, in a week's time I might go through it, and it's actually quite straightforward, to be honest, which I was very surprised. But yeah, that's it. It was very lovely to meet you. I will see you soon, and crack on reading. Got 4 more days to go before first chapter, so I'm nervous but at the same time excited because it is the best thing I have ever written. It's amazing. I'm in love with the characters. I hope you have a lovely evening, afternoon, I don't know, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for listening. Bye.